Hi guys, so here is a lovely Rosey autumnal set that I did quite a few days ago now, but I'm finally getting around to doing the voiceover. So as you can see, all prepped, ready to go, clear layer, cuticle work done, etc, etc. And I am going in with this gorgeous autumnal colour from Moira UK. This is an acrylic colour called Blossom. This is one of my favourite. You're going to hear me say this quite a bit in this video, but this is one of my favourite Moira colours that I do have. Also, I have quite a few. I think I've got another 11 just come through the post, so I will get them swatched for you as soon as I can. So exciting. They are amazing for Christmas, so as I said, I will get them swatched as soon as I can. So I've done a nice thin layer of this Blossom. I've not gone all the way to the cuticle area because I'm going to apply a glitter, as you can see. Now this glitter, I'm guessing you all know where it's from. It's from Diamond Glitters. This was a limited edition one. This was from Alicia's Autumn Stacker. There was only so many of these made and they have actually sold out now. So sorry if you haven't got one. If you have, well done. They did sell out pretty quickly. If you wanted something similar, I don't mind you guys messaging me or commenting below. I probably would say to message me because the comments, but I don't always get time to check them. I'm sorry. I do try my best at least once a week to try and get through everything. But yeah, if you give me a message or pop onto the Diamond Glitters page on Facebook or the group or anything like that, I'm sure myself, Danielle, or one of the lovely admins will be able to help you out. So I'm just making sure that I've worked nice and thinly, making sure there's no bits poking up, and every bit is placed where I want it to be. So then on the ring finger I am going ahead and doing a nail bed, moving that bloody bit of glitter. It is the bane of my life. But I am just popping that on, creating my smile line. So I'm holding my brush, you can see at an angle. So I want the bulk of my product to be at the smile line area. And then I want the rest of the product to feather down into the nail bed. So I'm using the belly of my brush to pat that out, and then the tip of my brush just to sweep that in place. I do tend to build my smile lines a little bit too high. I am guilty of it. I don't pretend to be the neatest nail tech in the world. I'm not. I'm just trying to get that crisp smile line like everybody else is. So yes, it probably is a little bit high, but once it's finished filed, it all looks lovely and it all blends in well, so I'm not worrying. So I'm popping on my cuticle bead. As you can see, this is CJP's Perfect Peach. I have said before, it is the old formula. The consistency is a little bit strange, for want of a better word. It sets really quickly, so you have to work that a little bit better with it, but like I said, it's the old formula. The new formula is supposed to be a lot easier to work with. Unfortunately I can't tell you because I haven't tried it. So I'm just making sure that I'm happy with my smile line. Just patting and sweeping. Then I'm going to move on to the middle finger. Now this colour here, I am in awe of this colour. This is another one from the lovely guys over at Moira UK. This one is called Fragrance, and this one is from the perfume collection. Now this colour is the perfect rosy colour. Like, I just have no words to describe it. It is absolutely beautiful. So I'm doing a full nail in it, as you can see, working nice and thinly. The pigment in these acrylics is second to none. I know I rave about them and I go on about them, but I do bloody love them. So if you guys want to pop over to moirauk.co.uk, they actually have an amazing offer on at the minute. It is a Christmas offer and you can buy £100 worth of nail art products. That would be acrylic colours, decals, I think there's transfer files in, or everything you can imagine nail art wise. You can get £100 worth for £60. So it's a great little offer. Please do remember though that I am filming and doing the voiceover for this video in November, so the end of November, so just double check the dates obviously before you go over and say, oh, Sonia's told me you're doing this offer, and you're not, because it's like March 2018 or something, so please do check. So on the index finger I am doing a full glitter nail. So the glitter that I'm using is the lovely Gypsy Rose from Alicia's Stacker, which was what I used on the little finger, but I'm also, you can just see the darker pieces in there, that is Cocoa Metallic Multi-Mix. So I've added obviously a little bit of the darker colour, just because obviously I've got the darker acrylic colour, and I just wanted to tie it all in really, make it blend really nicely. So I'm working nice and wet, nice and thin. I'm going from my monomer to my clear powder, and then from my clear powder straight into my glitter. If I'm picking up two glitters at once, I do go into my darker glitter first. So I'm just patting that into place, as I said, nice small motions, not too much movement because you will just pull that glitter right off the nail. Just going to pop another little bead on at cuticle area, and then you will also see me in a second apply a little bit of just the Cocoa Metallic Multi-Mix just to the tip of the nail, right at the free edge, because I just thought that area was a little bit light. So I just thought I needed to add a little bit there because it just seemed to stand out a little bit. You see there's so many colours in this glitter, it is really, really lovely. And you can see those lovely little pots in the background. So the ones to the left of the screen, they are the Moira pots. They are just so cute. They're little cubes. They're absolutely adorable little pots. I love them. And I have like all my acrylics in drawers, my acrylics and glitters in drawers. And I hate just chucking them in. Like, I feel guilty. I think they should be put really neatly in a row. I just don't have room. So on the thumb, I'm doing another extended nail bed. Again, I'm using CJP's Perfect Peach. From this angle, you can really tell that on the consistency that it is very different, and it does take that little bit more work to sort of get it where you want it and keep it where you want it. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if you'll agree, but I think the colour is worth a little bit of extra work. It's like with anything, when you try a new product, it takes time to get used to it, and it just took a little bit more time than usual. But it really is, it's so worth it. The colour is absolutely amazing. It's such an opaque cover pink as well. A lot of cover pinks you get a little bit of transparency, a little bit of sheerness. Not with Perfect Peach, it is the perfect nude. So I'm just making sure that I'm happy with my smile line. And then I'm going to pop on another bead at the cuticle area. So I tend to work a little bit wetter with Perfect Peach. You can see it stick to my brush a little bit more at this point, I do believe it is. Just because it's so highly pigmented that it sets super, super quick. So I'm just pulling that right over now, bringing that over to my smile line, making it blend in. I'm just making sure that everywhere's nice and blended at the cuticle area, and I'm happy with my smile line. Then once I have refined my smile line using a 150 grit file, I'm then going to work on my tip area. So for the tip area I am using the Gypsy Rose glitter again. So I'm just filling the whole tip, working nice and thinly, because remember that there is no strength in this glitter. This is purely for design. Also, top tip when you are using glitters, or hoodie glitter, anything to be honest, on a free edge, you want to make sure that your smile line is nice and clean, so clean off that wall, because if you don't, once you're capping clear, refine file and then top coat, you're going to see the little bits of glitter what have butt up to your wall, and it drives you mad. It really, really does drive you mad. So make sure you have a nice clean wall. So then I'm going to go ahead and cap this set now. As always, I am capping with CJP's crystal glass. So you can see in that bead there is a little bit of bloody set acrylic. Drove me mad, ruined my one bead application there. So I'm just going to pull this out, make a complete mess, and have to rework that bead completely. So yes, unfortunately I had a little bit of set acrylic, what I must have dropped in my powder at some point, because I am not the cleanest of workers. I am so messy. So just making sure that is capped everywhere. I'm going to apply another little bead, just because I had a little mishap with the set little bead of acrylic. Making sure all my glitters are matte so I know they're nice and covered. Then I'm going to cap in this extended nail bed. All I need to do though is just cap the free edge. Obviously I don't need to cap the nail bed area because that was CJP's Perfect Peach, which is already a strength powder. So that's why we've already built our apex in there. So I'm just pushing that product right up to the wing and then pulling it down. Just using the bill of my brush just to pat it in place and mould it. As I've said, the better you do sort of with your brush, then the less work you've got to do with your file. So I'm just going to top coat this set now. I'm using the Gel Bottle Ink Extreme Shine top coat because I said before it is the shiniest top coat. Oh, I just love that glitter as well, it is absolutely gorgeous. So, and I will apologise because I don't seem to have recorded me doing the the free edge, sorry, on the thumb, but I just did a full colour blossom, you know, the colour on the little finger, so I do apologise about that. You can really see that gorgeous colours fragrance there in the middle. And then obviously the cocoa metallic multi-mix in there, I think that just, like I said, really brings it all in. So there you go, you can see I did Blossom. Which is a really lovely colour. I say that about every colour, I know I do. Probably get sick of hearing it, but I just don't get sick of saying it. Going to make sure my free edge area is capped. Then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds and then I'm going to apply a few crystals just to the middle nail. Now these crystals I'm using this time are Swarovski crystals. So the crystal I have used in the centre is it a vintage blush? Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's a vintage like rose blush or something like that. It's a nice, it's a really nice like dark rosy colour. And then I'm using the golden shadow, and then I'm using rose gold as well. I actually won some of these glitters from the guys over at Scatter Crystals, so if you want to go and check those guys out, they do competitions all the time and I was lucky enough to win one. I don't know about you guys, but I always think, oh, they're not real, nobody ever wins, and I actually did win. So here is another shot of the finished set. Thank you so much for watching guys, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.